Welcome to our community, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am thrilled that you have found your way here and are doing something for you, are doing something from you. You even showing up, you listening today, you choosing to intentionally better yourself and the conversations you have with yourself. Man, that is so damn cool. And it makes me so happy. Welcome. The shout out this week goes to people with heart. Oh, people with heart are my people. So apparently, I've been living under a rock. No surprise. I don't watch the damn news. I figure if something's big enough to that I need to know about, someone's going to tell me. And so last night at dinner, Michael was telling me about this Oliver Anthony. And if you're living under a rock like I was, I guess he wrote this hit song. It's like number one on iTunes. He lives out in the Appalachians, I believe, and it's called Richmond, north of Richmond. Well, it's not. This is not about the song or anything about that. It's about the heart. So I had looked him up because I had no idea who he was, and Michael had shared with me just like how passionate he is about giving back to people and showing up and doing it for the love of the music. And I guess he turned down this $8 million deal because he didn't want these record labels to what's the word I'm looking for, have control over his music. And in this one video I saw of his, which I only saw one, the one video he was just talking about, if you come, I will play until 2:30 in the morning. I just want to share my music with the world. And as I heard him passionately share in this video, it moved me. It moved me because I thought, man, this guy has passion and he has heart and he wants to share his music in the world. So, my friend, here is your permission slip. Share your music with the world. Don't die with it inside you and share it with heart because that's felt. To any of our new tribe members, it is my hope that you found our content through a friend or it popped up on your feed and you came across us and are coming back for more. My name is Megan Miller. I'm an intentional living expert that has been addicted to this drug of achievement, to the validation from the outside world, living the majority of my life with high functioning anxiety and not even realizing it, the people pleasing chameleon mode, all of it. I have struggled with and thought that I was alone. And I've struggled in silence the majority of my life. And after having a mental breakdown on the busiest highway in Philadelphia, talk about the irony in that, and the 7 years spent learning and educating myself and trying to get to know myself, the woman I never was taught to learn, I am out there sharing with you these lessons learned, these intentional micro steps, so that you can create a life that as you stepping into your power, one that you want to be a part of, not one that you're just existing. I'm here to tell you, my friends, it does exist. You are in control of it, and it happens with these small, intentional micro steps. Welcome to putting attention to intention. There is love brewing in the Magulas household, my friends. I hope you can feel it through the earbuds. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, I hope you can feel it through the screen. If you are watching us on YouTube, can we give a shout out to my shirt, by the way? Michael McDonald, my man, got it for me. I just came home this afternoon. I spent some time yesterday with one of my best friends celebrating her 40th birthday. And when I pulled in the driveway, my man was outside and he said, I have a little gift for you on the bed, and I think you're going to love it. And was he ever correct? If you don't love Michael McDonald, I don't know if we can be friends. I'm sorry. That's a bold statement, but his rhythmic tunes, his good hair, check him out. If you don't know who Michael McDonald is, I want you to Google him and I want you to give your ears a treat with his music. So, not only is there love for my beautiful Michael McDonald shirt, but we have a new fur baby. Mm, Stella Magulis. And I have to tell you, I had no idea how bad I needed this. My soul needed this. So 3 weeks ago, we lost our Beagle Basset mix, Jenny. And for those of you who have known me for a while, girlfriend had me wrapped around her little jacked up paw. She came into my life before I met Michael Rescue, and we had a lot of rough moments together. I used to cry on her belly when I would get so sad and be in such despair and think that I would never make it through whatever I was going through, life hurdle, and she was there. And I had her for about 7 years. She was 14, and quickly within 3 days of getting visibly ill, had passed away from cancer. And I'll tell you what, oh, I thought that I was handling it all right. But it wasn't until Stella walked into our life that I realized what sort of depression that I was falling into. It's interesting how you can become just so immune to going through the motions that you don't even realize it. I said to Michael, Miss Stella's been with us for 3 days now. And within 24 hours, I said to Michael, I already feel so much energy, so much heart, so much love, so much excitement. And to give it to another rescue animal is just such a gift to me. And I had no idea how bad I needed it, how bad I needed it. You know, I was eating more. I was working more because that's my MO. I'll just work harder and try to numb through the feelings, drinking more, not going outside. And it had me realizing this numbing, this sort of existing that we can just become so immune to that you don't even become aware of it. This heaviness, this heaviness. So I was having a conversation this week with a dear friend, and I want to share it with you because I felt that it was so powerful. I was reflecting back on it for several hours, several days afterwards, and I thought, oh God, guys, I got to bring you along this journey with me because I felt that it was really powerful and impactful. So I had shared with her, after she had said to me, "Hey, Meg, how you doing?" Just in a very, friend to friend, nonchalant manner, and I said, "God, Jen, I feel lighter. I feel lighter." I said, "The last time we talked, I was feeling really crisp. I was feeling really burnt out. I was feeling just exhausted by it all. This heaviness. You ever have that where it sort of just feels like you're carrying this boulder on your back and you just feel heavy?" And I said to her, I feel lighter. I feel like I'm going through my days more with ease and joy. Who knew? Who knew that you could do that in this world where we just embrace that it is what it is, and you just kind of try to make it through the day, right? And you can become immune to that. And so as we were talking, she had said to me, "You know what? Why do you think that is?" And you know me, man, I go right to the tangible steps. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about this one thing that I started to do a few weeks ago that made such a difference in this boulder moving off my back that I didn't even realize I had this heaviness. So let me unpack it for you. I did not realize how much my phone usage was impacting me. Every morning in my little ritual, when I take a moment, I either go outside, or I'll light a little candle at the dining room table and I go into those 4 questions that I talk to you about all the time. I write in pen to paper because it's how I get to know me. And here's the thing, you don't need to be a writer to use pen to paper. It's amazing the person that you get to know, which is you. And if you haven't heard of those 4 questions before, I'm going to link them in the show notes so you can download them. We have them off our website, Megan-Miller. Go to Microstep Journal, and right there they are. You can print them out. You can screen grab them. You can put them on your desktop. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. And the 4 questions are: how am I feeling today and why? What is one small act of service that I can do for someone else? What is one thing I can do today for me that'll inch me towards my goals? And what is one thing I'm grateful for? So I go through that process. I also will free write as well. I also will look up, I have a little vision board on Pinterest, and I also have a little vision board with pictures. Just it's real jacked up because I am not very artistic, but it's just a little piece of paper with some things I printed out online. That is my air quote vision board. So I do that, and then I go into my social feeds because I want to connect with all of you with this tribe. It is very important to me to share these words and this movement because damn, I needed them for so long and I still do. And especially in this digital world, man, life can have you feeling like you can never catch up. Life can have you feeling like everyone has it figured out but you. And so that's why it's so important for me to share these words. But I did not realize how much it was jacking up my day and how I was feeling and the heaviness. And also, too, the own fuckery that it was giving me that I will never be able to live up to the Mel Robbins, the Brene Browns, the Marie Folios of the world, the Gabby Bernsteins. I'll never have that. And I didn't even realize how much it was fucking me up. So a few weeks ago, this was right around the time we lost sweet Jenny. Talk about a beautiful serendipitous moment. My girlfriend that was on our last podcast together, How to Find Your Voice, featuring Gianna Belasco. Check that episode out. And she had shared with me these guided meditations. And she said, Meg, these have really worked for me. I highly recommend them. And when someone either wants to introduce me to someone, when someone wants to share with me a book that they read, when someone wants to share with me a practice that they're using that has worked for them, check it out. I take that very seriously because I feel that there's something serendipitous, kismet, universal about that. So the next morning, I popped in the earbuds. And instead of going to the social feed, I took that 20 minutes and I did the guided meditation. And it was so fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, I was telling my girlfriend, Jen, who I was having this conversation with about feeling lighter. I said, you know, Jen, I, for my entire life, had said, nah, I can't do meditation. Nah, I can't shut these 75 tabs off in my head at any given time. I just can't do it. It doesn't work for me because I thought that I had to have this whole humasam moment on a yoga mat in front of a Buddha for 45 minutes. But all I did was this one guided meditation, and I was hooked. I was hooked because I felt like I was connected to me. It gave me energy. It gave me this peace, this trust, this inner knowing. You know, these big words that you hear, and you don't ever really stop and think about how that shows up in your own life until you experience and you think, I get it, I get it. So the next day, I looked up a Wayne Dyer guided meditation, hooked. The day after that, I looked up a Joe Dispenza guided meditation, hooked. And I kept doing that. And I did that for a week. And I removed the time in the morning that I was going into the social feeds with the intention in my mind that I was using the time to connect with my tribe, us, our community, and share these words, which I was. But I did not realize how much it was fucking with me. And it makes me flash back to Elizabeth Gilbert had shared this. And I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. She said, again, another time that you hear things and it might not click until another moment in time and you think, now I get it. Now I get it. She had shared that the world will eat you alive if you get it. And people have the best intentions. They do. But everyone in your life wants something from you. They want something from you. And it can consume you if you don't put bumper lanes in place to take care of you first. And that's exactly what I was doing by replacing the time in the social feeds with a guided meditation for myself. And I have realized that through my day, I felt more creative. I felt more ease. You know, I don't know if you guys listened into the Jonathan Fields episode that we did a few episodes back. God, I wish I could remember the episode number, but check that out. I think it was something about how to live a good life. And he had talked about how impactful meditation was to him. And even in that conversation, I don't think I truly got it. And he had talked about, as he has done this meditation more, this in a way that works for him, has he found that he responds to people differently. And he had shared this at this conversation that he had. A client of his had become very aggressive. And instead of becoming aggressive back, which is human nature, man, when you get backed into a corner and you feel that you're being attacked, you can attack back. It's a human nature. And instead, he noticed that he was responding with so much more calm and ease. And for me, that has felt like this: I do not need to do everything. I feel like I have written myself a permission slip to be kinder to myself. I feel that I have approached my days with more curiosity, more innovation, more creativity, more trust in me. I was just sharing that with a girlfriend just last night. I said to her, I can finally 2 years into building this movement, and I feel that it's really elevated over the past few weeks of this practice. Do I trust myself? She said, Meg, I always saw that in you. It's you seeing that in you. So I say all of this, my friend, to say, I want you to begin to build the trust in yourself, the ease, the boulder that you have that you're carrying on your back that you might not even realize. I would love for you to put a practice in place that helps remove that in a way that works for you. For me, that was removing phone time and replacing it with a guided meditation. But for you, maybe it is putting down the phone and going for a walk. Maybe it is putting down the phone and going out and doing yard work. Or maybe it is the meditation. You can do guided meditations. You can check out the ones that I've done. I'm going to link them below in the show notes. But I want you to just try it. Try it. And if it feels right to you, try it again. And if not, try something else that until it does feel right to you, because that, my friend, is your guidepost. If it feels right to you, that's the only thing that fulfillment matters. You know, when you replace something that depletes you with something that elevates you, it is so powerful in removing the boulder that's on your back. Just a few weeks after this practice, my friend, I can finally see the boulder that I had and the lightness that's on the other end. And I want to welcome you to do the same for you. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And most importantly, for taking the first step in investing in yourself. Have you listened to our TEDx talk, Detoxing Off the Drug of Achievement? I am linking that below in the show notes. If this movement speaks to you, I would love for you to share this TEDx talk out with your tribe. We talk about the tangible steps, everything that we talk about here in 15 minutes. We unpack this addiction to achieving, this addiction to being busy, this addiction to exhaustion as a status symbol. And the 3 keys that I use, and it took me 7 fucking years to learn, to remove myself from this anxiety, this fear, this guilt, and begin to step into my power and begin to live a life that I wanted to be a part of, not one that I wanted to run away from. And I can't think of a better gift to gift your tribe. So please share the TEDx talk with your people. And if you feel inclined, please comment, please rate the podcast. It does make a difference in sharing our community with the world. Till next time, my friend, carry on with intention. Mwah.